What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the newest episode of the Believe in Oregon podcast, brought to you by FanDuel Sportsbook. I'm Zachary, Neel. He's Jonathan Stewart. Jay Stu. What's up, man? How we doing?
I'm good. Just busy week. Draft
Yeah,
is
you're
here.
telling me.
I'm supposed to go to Austin tomorrow for a couple days
hmm
with my wife for a charity event that is centered around golf. Matthew McConaughey in his charity event, so it should be pretty fun.
That sounds
So,
nice. Are you going to golf with McConaughey?
uh, I don't know. TBD.
We'll see.
Tune into Tea Time Stew to figure that out.
Okay. Oh, that's awesome. Well, yeah, you mentioned a busy day. We've got the draft. It's Tuesday night as we record this. We are late in the fourth quarter of the Blazers game as we record this. So forgive
Yeah,
me if my attention is a little bit divided right now. It's a
yeah.
4-point game. So I'm
It's the
distracted, but
Who's
go
winning?
ahead. Spurs are up 101 to 97 right now. 3 minutes
Dang.
left. So I'm
Oh.
distracted. I'll let you know right now. But busy week. I mean, we've got the draft this week in 2 days. We've got the spring game on Saturday. It's a lot of fun. I mean, the spring game is a couple days away in Autzen Stadium. It's supposed to be sunny. It's supposed to be warm in Eugene. It should be a really fun one. I know you know those memories well.
Oh yeah. I mean, nothing like a nice spring, day with good weather. But especially for spring football, because it's almost kind of like you want to go out there and you perform well. People are going to see you for the first time, and you want that to be a good day and a perfect weather type day because after you're done, you're going to go hang out, probably go grill out, do something special with your teammates, and you need good weather for that.
Yep, completely agree. So, should be a fun one, Eugene. We're looking forward to that. It's just like this every year is like one of the busiest weeks of my year. Like you get
Hmm.
to National Signing Day, that's crazy. You get to this week, like I've always been annoyed that Oregon holds their spring game on the same day as Saturday of the draft, which is already a busy day.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, guys, pick a different day. But
I really,
oh
they
well,
would
this
really
is
get, they would get a better attendance on spring game. I can tell you that.
would they though? I mean, how many people are
Yeah,
actually missing the game to sit home and watch rounds 4 through
I'm
7 of the
more so,
draft?
I'm more so speaking on behalf of guys like myself,
Oh, that's true. That's
because
true.
yeah.
Update 101 to 100. We might need
Oh
to pause this podcast to watch the end of
yeah,
the game. It's
man.
late though. We'll keep going. We'll see what it's like in a minute or so. Anyway, we are going to preview all the action today for the spring game. It's kind of tough with the spring game to, break down. You're not like deciphering or dissecting an opponent. It's Oregon. It's,
Hmm.
we know this team. Obviously, it's a newish roster from what we know it from last year, but the first that we're seeing of this iteration. So we're kind of flying blind, but we know what we're looking for. Blazers just took the lead. Um, what we're gonna
Oh,
do, what we're gonna do today is some award predictions. I've created a set of 8 awards that we will hand out on Duckswire after the game. But for now, we're gonna predict who we think will win these awards on Saturday. That sound good to you?
that sounds good to me.
All right. The awards are offensive MVP, defensive MVP, offensive breakout player, defensive breakout player, the most impressive returning starter, the biggest stock riser, the most impressive position group, and the player who makes the play of the day. Let's go ahead and just start this off from the top. I'm curious your thoughts on who is going to win the offensive MVP. It'd be easy to say the starting quarterback, but this is a spring game. You don't know how much he's going to play, so it's interesting. I'm curious to see where you go with this.
um, I'm gonna go Raiola. I think
Okay.
he's a guy that they're gonna give him ample opportunity to get his footing. And just kind of provide a chance to excite the fans a little bit too, right? I think there's always something to say about having that depth and being able to see what that depth's all about. So if I'm offensive coordinator, I'm going to let him unleash what he can do, to just kind of excite the team and kind of find that chemistry because again, this is a guy that's going to conduct a lot of the offense. He's going to conduct a lot of the practices, um, keeping the defense ready. So I'm excited to see what he looks like.
I like that. I almost went with him too. It sounds like he's really picking up the offense quickly too. Like he's not like
Hmm.
with most transfers, especially quarterbacks, it takes a while for them to kind of pick up on all the schemes. He's a 2 year starter. As he's not
Yeah.
just your average transfer, and apparently he's just an incredibly smart kid. So I
Hmm.
like that. I personally went with Evan Stewart. I think that
Hmm.
after sitting out last year, he's talked this spring about how much he has to prove this season in his last year of eligibility. I think that kind of starts on Saturday. I think he comes out and is just like full blow, full steam ahead. It's just like, all right, I'm going to show you what I can do in this offense. I think that'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I hear you. What do you think about the defensive or the defensive MVP?
Defensive MVP, Blazers just got an and one to go up 104-101 with 12 seconds left. Let's go.
Wow.
Time Lord to the free throw line. Defensive MVP. I hope all you guys can appreciate this impressive
Yeah.
multitasking with the podcasting.
Multitasking is great right now.
First playoffs in 5 years. Let's go. I'm pumped. Defensive MVP, kind of the similar lines of offensive MVP. I went with linebacker Devin Jackson. I feel like
Mm.
he's also someone kind of the same vibe, has something to prove. He missed spring ball last year with an injury. I don't think he quite had the season that he wanted to last year. Like he kind of got overshadowed by Mixon and Betcher. I think he's another one who has a lot to prove. He's said it in spring ball in interviews this year. Kind of the same thing. He said that I don't want to be just a regular guy. And I know if I don't do something this year, I'm going to be just a regular guy. And he's like, I think
Yeah.
I'm too talented to be that. So he doesn't want his football career to end. I think that's, obviously the performance in the spring game doesn't matter, but it starts there. It kind of shows what he is capable of and how fast he can fly around in that defense. So I've got Devin Jackson. What about you?
What's the linebacker's name?
Jerry Mixon?
Yeah, Mixon.
Braden or Braden Platt, your guy.
No, Mixon.
Okay.
Because we saw glimpses last year,
Hmm.
and we want to be able to solidify that in camp. We want to solidify that as we go into the closing out of the spring game. So that way, um, I think as a green dot, you got to know who that is, just as important as the quarterback position. So it'll be interesting to see if he is who we thought he was last year.
I like that. And if
Hmm.
either of our predictions pan out and a linebacker is the MVP, I think that is incredible for
Yeah,
this
it's huge.
defense as a whole. Because that's the biggest. I mean, it's not a to say it's a whole is
Hmm.
misleading. I mean, I think we think there's solid players there, but that is maybe the relative weak spot of the defense. So if they're the MVP, it's like, okay, I think this team will
Yeah.
be pretty good. Okay, offensive breakout player. Who you got?
I'm gonna go Dier Hill. Not that he,
Okay.
not that he hasn't broken out,
Uh-huh.
but
I
I
get what you're
just
saying.
think he's just going to make a statement in the spring game. You got the young freshman that came in, so there's going to be a lot. There's obviously probably been some
Tradarian.
talk about him, and then you're going to have Jordan Davidson being a lot of the talk right now. So I feel if I'm him, I'm making Saturday all about me.
Mhm. Yeah, it's kinda like it's not like, you know, he's not stepping on the field, he's not, like, presenting himself for the first time, but kind of, like,
Yeah,
establishing himself as, like, "Oh, he's that guy." Yeah, I
yeah.
could definitely see that, like, he could
Don't
have that type
forget.
of day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and it's also I mean, Jordan Davison, I don't know how much he's gonna play on Saturday. I don't think he's fully healthy after that broken clavicle in the Orange
Yeah.
Bowl. So I think that it could be, the Deere show early on, definitely. I went with true freshman tight end Kendra Harrison, the six
Ooh.
foot seven tight end. I think he could be one of those players where, maybe a touchdown or two, like just use him as that red zone threat, like go up and get the ball. This is a player that Oregon has not really had before, that style of player. So I think they show what he's capable of, go out and show what he can do. What about
Mhm.
defensive breakout for you?
Ah, the young boy Finley from last year, or Finney.
You using
Uh,
Finney? As a breakout, he was already incredible.
Listen, 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 listen. It's not
Okay.
about it's not about what he is what he's accomplished. It's
Uh-huh.
we know him to be, right? Like
Mhm.
I expect him to continue to rise. And it's not just, oh, he's made it. Every year you have to make it. And so my mentality when I
Yeah.
think about defensive breakout, I'm more so saying establish,
Okay.
like you're established. And so
Mhm.
as you're going into spring ball, this is a guy that has a chance to really take leaps and bounds this year, right? And he's already taken them. I'm here
Yeah,
for
that's
that. But what I'm expecting as far as a guy that continue to rise, that's my guy, Finney, Brandon Finney.
yeah, but that's not a breakout.
Hey man,
You're
that's my guy.
breaking
Well,
breaking out means you don't know him, and it's like, "Oh, this is it. Last year, Finney was a breakout because we didn't know him, and then he
if we
turned out
don't
to
have
be
to,
this
all right.
incredible
So I got
player."
you,
Yeah.
Braden Pratt. So we'll go with him,
Brain
Pratt.
perfect.
That's
Yep.
a good one.
Platt. Yep, that's good.
All right. So you explained this in detail. Breakout. It means this is a guy that we have not heard from or heard about.
Or heard of much of, yeah.
Um,
Yeah, like Dier, I'll give you because, like, he was part of the timeshare. He can break out.
Braden Pratt,
Platt. Platt.
Platt,
Yeah.
Braden Platt.
Yeah.
I'm
I'll
tired,
I'll
ladies
take
and
him as
gentlemen.
the breakout. Yeah. I will
Yeah,
definitely take him. He'd be another one if the linebacker is the breakout player. Man, that defense is gonna be in good shape.
yeah.
All right. My defensive breakout is true freshman Devon Benjamin. He's a cornerback.
Mm,
He's kind of playing in the nickel, I think. They love this kid. They think that he's very talented. I think he could be this year's Finney. Like he could be that type
okay.
of player who he wasn't a 5-star, high end 4-star, but could come in and just be a really solid player for that defense. Okay, most impressive returning starter. Um, this one was tough. I mean, there's so many returning starters on this team. What's tough is that I don't know how many of them are going to play a ton. Like Dante, I think will play a half. You've got a lot of offensive players, defensive linemen who I think will play a half or so. Um, sorry, Blazers just won. Let's go.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
Blazers
big.
won.
Got one in San Antonio. So it's
Man,
like,
some people lost some money in FanDuel.
yeah, I'm sure they did. So you're trying to thread the needle of finding a returning starter who still has something to prove or is maybe in a position battle. I went with cornerback Ife Obadegwu. Um, I think he's going to be the starter again, but I think they've got a lot of talent in that room, and I think he's going to be pushed a little bit. So, um, I just like his. I think he's a very talented player. I could see him having a really good day.
Hmm. Um, I was gonna go Evan Stewart.
Okay, yeah,
So,
returning
I think
starter.
he hasn't. I mean, as long as he plays,
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
think he will.
if I'm the coaching staff, I think you should get him out there to give him some heat.
Agreed.
Um, so yeah.
I like Evan Stewart. Yeah, we talked about him earlier. I think that he could have a big day. Biggest stock riser player. This is kind of like breakout, but doesn't have to be someone you don't know, but someone who could be already established, but you're like, oh, I mean, this would honestly work for your Finney pick. Someone who's like, oh wow, they're really good.
I'm gonna go with the Korean more.
Okay. Yeah.
Um, because I think last year we saw bits and pieces. He obviously got hurt. Um, but when you have other guys that are coming in, you know, um, expected to be highly touted athletes as well, what are you gonna do,
Mhm.
right? Obviously he went out there and ran track, and killed it in with the long
Long
jump.
jump. Yeah.
So he's showcasing his athletic ability at the
Mhm.
collegiate level in different ways.
Yeah.
But
It was a cool story.
but no, I'm gonna go with Decorian. Uh, I would love to see him just blossom next year because obviously that'll be a good thing
Yeah. Absolutely.
for Dante Moore and company.
Well, there's so much talent in that receiver room that it's like, yeah, you don't need him to step up because they've got other guys. But if he does step up, it's like, man, that's one of the better receiver
Yeah.
rooms that Oregon has ever had. My biggest stock riser, I'm going to go with nickel quarterback Carl Williams, the Baylor transfer. Um, kind of like Jaden Kennedy last year when he came in as a transfer from Ole Miss, people kind of just like looked past it, like, oh, okay, that's a depth addition in the secondary. Like, okay, I kind of think Carl is getting treated the same way this year. He's a talented player, really good player who's put up stats before too. He's dealt with injuries recently, but I could see him coming in and establishing himself and being like, oh, I'm a very solid player in this defense, probably a starter at the nickel position. So he's my pick. What is your idea for most impressive position group?
The defensive line.
I said the same thing. Yep, mine was the same thing. Tell me why.
I think it's the starters might not play as much, obviously, but
Hmm.
when they're on the field, I think we're going to see something that's very impressive. We're going to see guys doing their jobs. Like I just feel like our going into next year, it's like having your dad show up to school with you.
Having your dad kind of be the player coach in Pop Warner.
Yeah, but like you have this like extra like confidence about you,
Hmm.
right? Showing up to a fight,
I
and
see.
it's because I got big bro and big
Yeah.
bro. Oh, and big bro.
No one's messing with
Oh
you.
yeah, and big
I
bro.
see what you're saying. Yeah, I
Yeah.
like that. Well, and also in the spring game, I mean, with as much as Oregon rotates their offensive line and kind of mixes and matches different sets, like you see defensive lines win more than offensive lines in spring games just because you're dealing with so
Hmm.
much new and you got a lot of new guys in that room. Not new guys, but
Yeah.
non-established starters. So um, everyone on the defensive line returns as starters. I think the depth pieces are really talented too. And it's just, I mean, no knock. It's a little bit easier to pick up defensive line schematics more quickly than offensive line. Like it's just that's how it goes. The spring, the defense usually wins. So um, in your mind, who makes the play of the day?
Uh. So the transfer we just got at safety,
Coy Parrish.
Coy Parrish.
Great player, bad
Um.
interview.
Oh,
I
really?
mean, he was very nonchalant and just gave short answers, which is fine. That's he's here to play football. That's
And you want to know something?
yeah, please.
I love that.
That's fine. Yeah,
I love that. He's here for business,
yeah, exactly.
and he's feeling himself.
Yeah,
So
it was just funny. Like we were all super excited to like talk to him finally, like get an interview with them, and it's like, oh, okay, that was quick, and yeah, not a lot of stories running from that interview because he didn't give
I'm
many
here
great
just to
answers.
play. I'm here just to play ball,
That's
fella.
fine. I mean, Dan said when he came here, it's like, yeah, he wanted to get in the film room before he even knew where he was living. Like he didn't care about his living situation or his apartment. He's like, where's the film room? Where can I go work? It's like,
Yeah, just a guy that
love it.
loves football,
Love that.
man. I mean, if we don't, if Dylan Thieneman is not, if Dylan Thieneman was what he was,
Hmm.
and we can get a guy like Coy come in here and be what he's been. I mean, the dude, he was out there returning kicks, punts,
Yeah.
interceptions, coming out there smacking people.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's what we're getting in a player like that,
I agree.
he's gonna make a play. He might be back there returning kicks.
He probably will be. Yeah. That was another thing. Like, that's a big question. Like, how much is he going to play on special teams? Because he'd played a lot on special teams at Minnesota.
The boy played
Yeah.
slot receiver
Yeah,
too.
receiver too. And so we were asking him, we're like, how much are you working on special teams? What are you doing on offense? If anything, he's like, I'll play wherever the coaching staff needs me. Like,
Yep,
all right. Next
just a
question.
football player.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't as a football fan, I don't hate any of this. As a reporter whose job it is to write about this stuff, it's like, come on, man. Give us a little bit more
Yeah,
than that. People want
you
the
should get
stories.
creative with his silence.
I should. Okay. Well, yeah. That's a post spring thing. Maybe I'll do that then.
Yeah, just get creative and just eh, describe his answers through his action and just kind of like create this like the superhero esque version of his
I
silence.
gotta keep my journalistic integrity though. I can't be making up stuff or getting
He
too
walked into
outlandish.
the room. His presence felt very eerie.
Eerie. Okay, now we're going down a bad road if he's feeling eerie. Yeah. Um, my play that I'm gonna do this quick because I just thought of a quick segment idea that we'll squeeze in here. I think again, freshman tight end Kendra Harrison. I think he's gonna make I think he's gonna moss someone in the end zone and just be like, "Whoa, that guy's huge. He can do some crazy things." Quick idea I just had. We got the draft. What 2 days from now? Where do you think Thieneman goes? Where do you think Sadique goes? If you had to guess, what pick and what team?
Um, it's a great
Do
question.
either of them like stay for your Panthers to get at what 21
I
or
I
19?
don't see it happening,
What do you have
but I know Dylan Theamman can go to the Minnesota Vikings.
at 18?
Yeah, the eighth, right before we get him. Um, you know, I don't know. I gotta look at a depth. Let me see the
I think there's a chance
NFL draft.
Thieneman goes as high as 12 to the Cowboys, I've heard. Like, just people write that they've got interested him as early as
Yeah, I
12.
mean the Cowboys need
Mhm.
serious help in the secondary too.
That'd be interesting. But I think if he's there by 18, I don't think there's any chance he gets past there because the Vikings would take him there.
Yeah, the Vikings would definitely take him there.
What about Sadiq? Where do you
Um,
most want to see him?
where do I most want to see him?
Hmm.
Is that really a question?
Well,
I would
other
love to
other
see
than
him in the
Carolina,
Carolina
where do you
Panthers.
most want to see him?
Which I mean, I look at this draft order. He's not going in top 5 unless the Washington. Yeah,
They'll take
but I can see him going to Washington.
they'll take the running
Um,
back, whatever his name is from Notre Dame.
I think he's going before then.
You think what is his name? Jordan
Love.
Love. That's it. Thank you. Too many names floating around. You think he's
Yeah,
going before what 5? That's when Washington is.
I think he no. So Washington's at 7.
Oh, you think he's going before then?
So
Okay,
I think the Cardinals could get him.
interesting.
I definitely think the Titans can get him. Um, but I can see Sadiq going to the Saints,
What are they?
Commanders.
Okay, yeah.
I can also see him being one of those guys that annoyingly goes to the
I was
Chiefs.
gonna say they're at 9, right? I think that's been some
Yeah.
sneaky buzz that they're looking at
Think
him
about
too.
that. Patrick Mahomes gets Kelsey and I mean that if I'm if
That'd be
I'm
great
if
for Ken
I'm an
Young.
agent, I want him to go to the
Oh,
Chiefs.
absolutely. That's if you're to
If I'm
pick
his
a
family,
landing
his
spot, it's
agent,
probably there.
yeah, and he'll be able to learn from the one of the greatest tight ends ever on
And
how to
play
play
with
this
one of the best
position,
quarterbacks ever.
and he might go down as the best tight end ever
I don't know
if he
about
stays with
that, but
that.
he'll be a great player.
I mean, what do you mean? He's got the speed and everything
The
for it.
best tight end ever?
He could if he's being groomed, like if he's being raised by one of the best tight ends ever.
I think what's gonna be the future for Sadiq, I don't think he's gonna be viewed as a tight end. He's more
Like
of
a like
he's
a
a gadget weapon. He's not big enough to be considered. He's not Kelsey. He's not Kittle. He's
he
like
can block like a tight end.
he could block well, but yeah, but not as much inline. He's more blocking
Yeah,
in
but
space.
how much are we really asking him to do in
It's
line?
true. Yeah. I mean, if you're a good team, you know how to utilize him, not much at all. But that's the thing. Like,
Right.
I don't know how much of his career he's going to be spent in a 3-point stance, connected to tackles. I
Yeah.
think he's going to be spread out wide more. Not that he's going to be listed to tight. Unfortunately, he's going to be paid as a tight end and not paid as a receiver. Um,
I mean, the tight end, he's going to be used just like how the tight end was from Georgia
Kyle
a couple of
Pitts.
years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's fair. If I were to, I mean, yeah, if I were to pick a landing spot for Sadiq, it'd be the Chiefs. My second one, though, would be at, I think it's 15 with Tampa Bay. I think that he could fit really nicely in that system because they've got a ton of weapons. He'd be reuniting
Yeah.
with Tez and with Bucky. He's got a good
I wouldn't
quarterback.
want that.
Why not? Well, of
We don't
course you
need
wouldn't
that
want
though.
that.
We would need some really, 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 really fast linebackers.
Yeah, you would. Yeah, of course you make that pick. That's
I
okay.
hope that doesn't happen.
Yeah. Well, I can't wait for the first night of the draft is always really fun. I think that Oregon will for sure get those 2 taken. It doesn't seem like they'll have any other first
Yeah.
rounders.
I don't think they slip. I don't think Dylan Theamman slips a bit.
No.
I actually know the Carolina Panthers love Dylan Theamman.
Okay.
So,
Well, maybe you get them. That'd be fun.
mhm.
Yeah. All right. Before we get to our cleats off, I'm going to tell you guys a bit about Backer. If you've seen either mine or Jay Stu's social media, they're doing a giveaway this week. I believe it's going to end on Sunday after the spring game, just to give a little bit of time. But they're giving away a free the dry one jacket, the black dry one jacket. It's a $499 value. I have the jacket. Jay Stu has the jacket. It's incredible. I used it golfing last week, so it was pouring down rain, and it's a I think the best golf rain jacket I've ever had because it's not bulky. It's light.
Hmm.
It's kind of small. You know, when you're like leaning down to putt, sometimes like the
You're
chest is
dripping.
it's
It's all
dripping
over
and
the
it's you
place,
gotta like
puffy.
yeah, it's puffy. You gotta push it down. This one didn't do that. So go on to my social media on my Twitter, JStew's Twitter. We've got the link there. I'll put the link in the bio. But all you do, click the link, enter your email address, and then you're have a chance to win this jacket. They'll ship it to you. So incredible, opportunity for you. Again, like $500 value. You'd be stupid not to do it. So again, check out my Twitter, JStew's Twitter. I'll have the link in the bio for this podcast too. Do that before the weekend is over. Also, Backer is holding I believe, two pop ups this weekend around the spring game. Maybe three, actually. I know two on Friday. They're doing one at the Duck Store on campus from 11 to 4, and then at the Graduate by Hilton from 5 to 8. I will be at that one on Friday night. Come say hi. There will be some Oregon alums, the founder of Backer, and some other people there. So come say hi. I know they've got free hats and stuff to give up and give out, and you get a discount with that. So a lot of good stuff from Backer going forward. We're very, very happy to be partnered with them.
Yes, sir.
All right. Are you ready to take the cleats off?
Yeah.
Okay. I've got an interesting one for you. When is the last time that you, as a parent, were just like, all right, this is what I signed up for? This is parenting. This kind of sucks right now. Just got to get through it. When's the last time you had that feeling where you're just like truly humbled as a parent?
Man, the last time I felt humbled as a parent.
I almost sent this to you earlier because I didn't know if I wanted to put you on the spot, but I decided I did want to put you on the spot.
No, this is good. Man, there's a lot of humbling moments. I
Of
mean,
course,
little ones, big ones.
all of them.
But the one that sticks out the most, um, man, that's so hard.
Do you want me to tell you mine?
What? Yeah.
It was this past
Poop.
weekend. Oh, I wish. So my wife was out of town for the last 4 days on a bachelorette party. So I was solo
Mm-hmm.
parenting. Of course, the day she leaves, both kids wake up with runny noses and coughs, so they're sick. It's like, all right, it's gonna be a bit of a long weekend. We make it to, I think it was Saturday night. The Blazers were tipping off their first game against San Antonio at 6 p.m. I think at 5:59 and 30 seconds. I'm like starting to get kids ready for bed. My son starts projectile vomiting all
Oh,
over the house and
yeah.
just like throwing up on me, throwing up everywhere on the couch. And that was one of those moments where it's like, all right, this is parenting.
Yep.
This is you just gotta get through it. So I was just
Yep.
that was one of those moments.
Man. Um.
Man, your kids must be great if you've got no humbling moments to talk
Man,
about.
my dude, they're 9 and 5. There's no drama in
Wow,
this
there's a time in
family.
life where there's no drama.
Yeah, it's pretty
That
good.
sounds great.
But I mean, I'll say, a couple weeks ago, like I had plans throughout the day, like my routine: get up, go work out, and then go to the range, then go to the office. And our daughter was sick.
Mhm,
Like she wasn't crazy sick, but she just needed a day,
mhm,
right, to stay home. And my wife had something to do, and and that's why I said there's like little moments here and there, where it's like, oh dang, I had this whole vision
mm.
of my schedule or
Yep.
whatever it is. Um, and you get pulled out of that. And if you're a person that ticks on scheduling and routine, it can throw you off a little bit. But but no, I mean, as dads, you look to those moments and say, well, yep, that like it's like that. It's a humbling experience, but it's more so like, ha, yep, dad time. This is where dad
Exactly.
has to show up.
Yes. That's where I was like, I
Yeah,
was really proud after the weekend because, like, we got through it.
yeah,
Everyone's still alive when mom got home today,
yeah,
which was great. And it was like, yeah, like,
yep,
this weekend could have gone awful, and at times it went
yeah,
pretty bad, but it's like, it was
yeah,
fine. Everyone stayed composed. We all we all kept our cool,
yeah.
so
We
yeah.
all we stayed composed. When no one freaked out. We kept
No,
everything in
we
order.
got thrown up on a few times, that's no big deal, and, I mean, before
Yeah,
this, neither of my kids had ever thrown up before, and so it was a new
yeah,
experience for all of us. I was like, "It's fine, it's not that bad." I mean, I wouldn't say
hmm,
that, but it's you can deal with it.
yeah. And it's also too like I would call these dad, yeah, humbling moments, but more so proud dad
Yeah,
moments.
growth moments for
Man,
sure.
I'm proud to be a dad right now. I just fixed this.
That's true, yeah,
I just handled this whole situation.
the feeling after for sure is a pride moment. It's
Yeah,
like, "Okay, yeah, we don't need mom. We got this."
yeah.
Of course,
We need
we
mom,
want mom to be back,
right?
yeah, as soon
In
as
this
she
moment in
can, but
time.
no, we handle it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was my weekend, but mom's home now. Mom's home with the kids, so we're good.
Oh, good for you, man. I'm proud of you.
Thank
You're a
you.
good dad
Thank you. Appreciate
and a
it.
good husband.
Thank you.
Held it down.
Held it down. Well,
Didn't even call your wife, did you?
oh, I for
While all
sure
that was
called her.
going
For
down.
sure well, it was
Oh,
no,
man,
it
listen,
was
rule number one. Hey, rule number one. When things are going haywire and the house is on fire,
don't call.
handle it. Don't even call them.
That's the
And
thing.
then when
I
when they
called
ask,
after.
you just tell them what happened.
Yeah.
And you're like, really? All that happened and you didn't call me? It's
Yeah.
like, oh, I had it under control.
See, that's what I did. After he was fine and everything was good, he was getting in bed, that's when I called her, and I was like, "Hey,
Okay,
this
good, good,
happened."
good,
No,
good.
it was not a call in the middle like, "What do I do?" I was like, "No, we
Okay,
got it."
good.
No, I was just it was an update call like, "Hey, your son just threw up for the first time ever all over the house,
Yeah,
but
you're just
we're
giving her
good."
an update
Yeah,
because I think she might have would have known about her baby being sick.
yeah. Well, I texted her because I knew she was out, they were partying on a bachelorette party. I was like, "Hey," I texted her, I said, "Hey, call me when you can. Everyone's fine." And she called, she's like, "Don't say that because I immediately think that nobody is fine."
No,
I was like,
nobody's
"Okay,
fine.
that's fair. I see how you read it that way."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you have a good time. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
That's it. That's it, yeah. Yeah, I've got this over here. No, shout out my parents and her mom who were around this weekend to help when I had the 2 kids, and it
Yeah, 4 days is a lot, man.
was a long time, but, I mean,
Yeah.
also, my kids are great too, like, they sleep well, they're annoying as any 4-year-old and 2-year-old are, but that's fine, that's
Yeah.
not bad. They're good.
But once it goes, they say.
Yes.
You never get those annoying days
I
back.
know,
So
that someday I'll miss them, but not yet. Alright, you got anything else to add before we get out of here?
Nah. I mean, yeah. So we had member at our golf club this weekend,
Okay.
and there's a total of like 18 flights.
Mhm.
And so they put you in flights based on your handicap and your partner.
What's your handicap right now?
So it was a partner member, and we won our flight.
What's your
And so
handicap
you
right
had
now?
five 9-hole rounds, and we beat everyone in our flight by five five holes basically.
Nice. There you go. That's
Domination.
awesome.
I played really good on the first day. Second day, I came on slow,
Mhm.
but I whooped tail towards the end there. Um, but man, can teach you so much, man.
Yeah.
I was hot over the weekend. I went out there today, and I ain't hit a good shot until the end of the round on the 18th hole
Keeps you
on
coming
my
back.
second ball
Oh,
off the tee box. That's how it went today.
yeah.
But that second shot, doggone, I dang near drove the green.
Yeah, keep you coming back.
I had to go over water, and it was like a 315 like to carry the water,
Jeez.
and I just mushed it,
Wow.
and it's like 20 yards off the green.
Wow. That's nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, I had my 35 in men's league. I followed it up the next week. I played 18 a few days later, shot an 88, which was, I mean, to me, I was not, well, I was expecting it, but, my standard, I hold myself higher to that. And then the next week at men's league, I shot a 44. And so I was
yeah,
like, all right, here
88.
comes the bad play.
I'm getting to that point. Like my last, outside of today,
Mhm.
like my last several rounds have been all in the 80s.
Yeah.
And really like 85, 84.
Mhm.
I had an 81.
Yeah.
Um, had several 86s, but like and it's kind of weird, and that's why today I was like, "What the hell's going on?"
Yeah. Where did this come from? Yeah, like, I
Yeah,
wasn't coming off the 35, I wasn't expecting to go out there and shoot a 76. I knew it was
yeah,
gonna be, I mean, I hoped low 80s, like, that was my
yeah,
expectation, and then when it got higher than I was like, "Alright, at least you broke 90,
yeah.
but gotta get to the range. This is not okay."
Mm-hmm.
And it's still like that, so.
And yeah, and then I'm going to Austin, Texas tomorrow.
Mhm.
So that'll be fun to play in that tournament. Matthew McConaughey. Um, he's an interesting fella. It might be it'd be cool to see if I can get a chance to play golf with him. Not really sure how this is all going to shape out,
I
but
love him as an
um,
actor. I don't know
I
much
love him
about
as
him
an
as
actor.
a person other than his fandom
Yeah,
and that he seems like a chill dude.
seems like he's a chill dude.
Yeah.
That's so hopefully he's a chill dude.
Yeah, I bet he would be.
Try to get some barbecue.
Uh-huh.
Um, yeah, it's gonna be a good time. I was in New York last week,
Uh-huh.
on some business stuff, and my daughter is on a building she has a mural of herself,
What?
um, in Brooklyn on the side of a building, and I went to go visit it, and
How
it was pretty cool.
I don't mean this in the wrong way, but, like, why or how?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So like a buddy of ours here in Charlotte, he got commissioned to
Uh-huh.
do a piece of artwork in New
Okay.
York, and he wanted to use a picture of our daughter.
Wow.
Um, so it's basically kind of like the message is like sky's the limit,
Mhm.
and it's of her holding these stacks of books, looking up to the sky with these stacks of books with her book bag on her back, and
Nice.
yeah,
That's cool. I love that.
it's pretty cool.
Yeah. How big is it? Like,
Yeah,
how
yeah.
big
I'll
is
have
the
to send you a
building?
picture.
Yeah, yeah, please do.
I'll send you a picture. It's like 15 story feet. It's a 15
Jeez.
story
That's a big one.
building. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. So I went into Brooklyn on some time off, and just kind of was mesmerized that my daughter was in Brooklyn
Yeah.
on the side of the building.
Rightfully so.
Yeah. But it made me think about like, wow, like there's going to be moments in life where you as a dad, you're going to feel that pride, that proudness of something that your daughter does
Mhm.
outside of where she's from, outside of Oregon, outside
Yeah.
of Carolina, and to be known for something that she's done, whatever that is. And so pretty exciting.
Well, strangely, to bring this back to Oregon football, we were talking to Drew Maringer on Monday. It was yesterday, and he was talking about we were asking about seeing players like Kenyon in the draft and get drafted. He's like, honestly, when you become a parent, like there's no better feeling than seeing your kids achieve something, and that's how he felt, obviously, with players. And it's like, yeah, you don't really like when your kid. My kids are kind of too young to be achieving stuff yet, but when they do something, you feel pride.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get what you're saying a little bit.
Yeah, it's like being able to like, oh, my daughter's being it's like a showcase of like,
Mhm,
something that they've accomplished or got to be a part of, that that but really that that they are proud
mhm.
of.
Yeah, of
And so
course.
when you're seeing your child do something that that they're proud of,
Mhm.
like
That's gotta be a good feeling.
that's pretty special.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Yeah, and it's like just like my daughter this past weekend soccer game, she's been gearing up for playing goalie,
Mhm.
and been putting in a little bit of work towards it, right?
Nice.
She's like, "Yeah, can you train me? Can you take me to the park and throw the balls at me?" And so when you see those things that she's working at and she's proud of the result,
Mhm.
like that's and seeing her proud of the result and watching her, peers be proud of her results,
Mhm.
like that's a good feeling.
Imagine the other night, my son was looking at the kitchen and the couch, just like, "I just threw up all over that place. I'm proud of that result."
Uh, Nice.
Felt pride there.
Dad, you see that?
Yeah, that was
I just
cool,
messed this
wasn't
whole house up. You
it?
see that?
You
You
excited
see
that
all
you
that work that you're putting in cleaning
you
this
excited to clean
mess?
all this stuff
What
up?
did you feed me,
You
Dad?
excited that your house is gonna slightly smell like this for the next 3 days?
What was the food that was on display?
There was noodles, pickles, string cheese. Yeah, it was some milk because he just had his
Just
bottle. Yeah,
just
it was
the
it
mushy
was it
foods.
was gross.
Pickles, huh?
My kids love pickles.
Wow.
My wife
It's
loves
impressive.
pickles, so yeah, it's apparently genetic. Because I mean, I like them now, I definitely did not like them growing up.
Yeah. I used to eat pickles all the time when I was little.
Yeah,
Like pickles was like a treat.
yeah, that's how
It
my
was
kids
like,
are
"Hey, can
too.
I go get me a pickle?"
Yeah.
Nah, not yet. Make sure you finish your food.
Yeah,
Dang.
yeah. No, we do the same thing with my kids. All right, we have gone on long enough. Let's wrap it up there. We'll be back, I think, at some point. I don't know about this weekend, but early next week for sure to wrap up the spring game and talk a little bit about what we saw and the NFL draft as well. I think Oregon should have somewhere between 6 and 8 guys drafted, would be my guess. I'd say probably 6 or 7 for sure. They could get more, but should be a fun weekend in Eugene. A lot of people hearing their names called. Should be fun at Austin on Saturday with some nice weather out there. So you can check out more of my work at duckswire.usatoday.com. Follow me at Zachary C. Neel on Twitter. Follow Jay Stu on Twitter at Jonathan Stu R1. Make sure to check out Duckswire over the weekend for all of our draft coverage and the spring game wrap up. But for myself, Zach Neel, for my co host, Jonathan Stewart, we'll talk to you guys next week. Until then, take it easy.